Hi, my name is Jan McCaughley. I'm a professor of history and government at Tyler Junior College in Tyler, Texas. I'm also the Faculty Senate President this year for that college. One of our major emphasis in Texas right now is a program called 60 by 30. And the goal statewide is to have 60% of Texans by 2030 either with bachelor's degrees, associate degrees, or some certification form that provides for them a good way to make a living, good living, and that qualifies them to be part of the American dream. We've got a long way to go to reach that, and if you look at the 60 by 30 plan, you'll see that a great deal of it rolls to the community colleges. We are that sort of catch-all for students who either didn't find their way very well in high school, maybe not at all, maybe they weren't even completers, or they got out of school, did a little something, want to come back, or they went off to a four-year university and found that it wasn't what they thought that they could handle. Whatever the reason, and there are lots of them, we end up with a lot of students back on our campus, or for the first time on our campus, who are seeking education, and they're at all different levels. We have them from the lowest to the highest. We have a lot of valedictorians from area ISDs, and then we have some that have just managed to be college ready, and that's even questionable at times. My greatest concerns about the fruition of this program, the completion of this program, how it's going to be implemented, is that, as always, it involves funding. And while the community colleges in many ways are asked to take on the bulk of this 60 by 30 project, we get the least of the funding for it. The major dollars are going to the four-year colleges, the four-year universities, and to the ISDs. And we don't have any problem with those schools getting their fair share, but when it all relates back to the fact that our funding year after year gets cut by the state legislature, we don't really know what are we supposed to do. How can you expect so much of us, but at the same time constantly be reducing our funding? I spent all day yesterday at the state capitol discussing this, and I didn't find, of course, a single legislator who disagreed with that concept, but whether they come through and actually deliver the goods to help us, that's a whole different question. We have students that are not like many of your four-year college students. They need extra help, they need extra tutoring, they need more advising, they need oftentimes counseling services. They need all kinds of life skills that many of them don't bring to the table. So in addition to some of them having to make big leaps in academic progress, they also have to make big leaps in life skills processes. The community colleges need help to be able to bring these people to become completers.